Uh, it's October 9th, Friday, October 9th. It's a little after midnight. I guess it's actually the 10th. I just went out for dinner with an ex-coworker, and I'm walking up Sanjo Street in Kyoto. We drank quite a bit of sake tonight. We went to Yakitori, or grilled chicken restaurant. We drank quite a bit. And I was riding home and I was thinking about what I did today to study Japanese. In the morning, I had to take care of some stuff, chores. In the afternoon, I went to an early lunch with my girlfriend. Then in the afternoon, I planned to study, but we ate udon for lunch. And normally, I don't eat too many carbohydrates, and the udon basically put me to sleep. So I fell asleep. I went back to my apartment and fell asleep after lunch. And when I woke up, I did study. I went over kanji. I read the introduction to the Hessig book, and I went over the first couple sets of kanji in there. I think I can still remember them. Like sparkle is 3 boxes with lines through the middle. Goods are 3 boxes without lines through the middle. Mouth is 1 big box. I don't know. His system is basically, if you look into rapid language learning now on the internet, everybody is talking about like memory tricks and mnemonics and stuff. And basically, from what I can tell reading the introduction to his book, is he wrote that book in the 70s. The original edition was written in the 70s. And I think basically he just figured out what has taken everybody else 40 years to figure out about rapid language learning. So I went over some of the kanji today. I went over the kana again. The katakana is really, it really bothers me. So as I mentioned in one of the other videos, I learned the hiragana back in university, and they pretty much stuck with me ever since then, even though I didn't use them for a decade. But the katakana, I can't remember. Every day I go over them, and the next day they're gone. So I don't know what happened in my memory. I can write the kanji that I learned yesterday, but I can't remember the kana, the katakana. I don't know why. I went through the first 3 chapters of the Jin Nishi book, so I guess I'm up to my schedule with the Jin Nishi book, except that I haven't memorized the vocabulary. So the vocabulary is the biggest problem, and that's what I was thinking about on the way home. There's too many options available in terms of vocabulary memorization. I don't really know what to pick. Like, should I download the Nemasign app for my phone? Should I download the SuperMemo app for my phone? Should I use Anki on the internet? Or there's tons of other programs now. There's tons of ways to learn vocabulary methodologies. I don't have enough information about the choices that are available, and I have to just pick one and go with it, but I don't really know which one to pick. I want to pick something where I don't have to make my own cards, basically. Like, if I pick the Nemasign program, I don't want to put my own information into Nemasign. I want something where I can download a set of cards. But then how do you know which cards you're getting? Are you getting like the 1,000 most used words in conversational Japanese? Or are you getting the 1,000 most used words in written Japanese? Or are you getting a completely different set of words? I mean, I don't know. So I have to look into it more, but I feel like it's going to take a long time. So I think that's... Looking at the grammar in the Jin Nishi book, every time I look at the grammar, I think, really, to be able to make basic conversations in Japanese, the grammar is pretty simple. It's mostly a matter of vocabulary and then just practicing speaking. So, but the vocabulary is a big hurdle, and it's the thing I want to do the least, is study vocabulary, and I'm not 100% sure how to move forward with it. So that's where I'm at right now. I need to make a decision about vocabulary methodology and then just have at it. One thing I could do is just start memorizing the vocabulary in the Gene Nishi book, but he doesn't explain how he came up with it. Right? So he's got a couple weird vocabulary words in there that I'm like, why did he choose that? Is that really in the 1,000 most used vocabulary? So like, what? Anyway, why did we learn watch? Like the Genki book starts off with Tokei, watch, one of the very first vocabulary words in the first chapter, and so does Gene Nishi. Like, why does watch come up? Is this some kind of like Freudian thing about making you think about the time that you're using to study, or like I don't know, it's so weird. I don't even wear a watch. Like I try not to think about the time most of the time. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. So that was my day today. And you've gotten to see some of Sanjo Dori behind me as I've been walking.